The soul is nourished by fire and air, and the body by water and earth. Hi there. Today we are covering a topic that has been part of the health and wellness community since before there even was a health and wellness community. It could even be said that we have been using this wellness technique for as long as people have been on the earth. It's super powerful and is full of all kinds of benefits that everyone can take advantage of. This ancient health practice is none other than fasting. There are many different types of fasts found across just as many cherished traditions, and they all generally revolve around the idea of not eating food for a period of time. The most common is a water fast where you drink only water and don't eat any food for the duration of the fasting period. In recent years, some other forms of fasting have been quite popular as well, such as juice fasting, where you consume only fresh fruit and veggie juices. There has also been some remarkable cases and studies on dry fasting, which entails going a set period of time without both food or water. The question is, and something you may be asking yourself right now, why would anyone do this? Fasting is without a doubt one of the quickest and easiest ways to rapidly heal your body. It is known to provide a wide range of benefits, such as reducing neurological diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's, inducing body-wide cellular repair processes, lowering risk of diabetes, reducing stress and inflammation, and even preventing cancer. On top of these benefits, fasting also spurs deep mental, emotional, and spiritual healing, helping you release worries, anxieties, stresses, and even helping to get rid of certain addictions. So how does this work? Well, on a physical level, our bodies have an innate capacity to heal themselves. However, under normal circumstances, a great deal of energy in our bodies goes to the digestive system and metabolizing processes, turning the food we eat into usable energy for us to live our lives. This also means that the systems required for healing and repair are put on hold until these other processes have run their course. Thus, by fasting, we are essentially asking our bodies to take a break from digesting, freeing up a lot of energy for use on healing other parts of our bodies that often get neglected. For those who are curious, the deep physical cleansing benefits of fasting only really arise when you cut out food entirely. Just eating less than your recommended daily amount is not the same, because eating anything at all adds to your body's active energy storage called glycogen, which takes about 10 to 12 hours to be depleted. It's only after this time that the body starts burning fats for fuel and using up your excess fat storage for energy. The benefits that we could really go into here are astounding. However, the main points are as follows. Once your body enters into the state of burning fats for fuels, we see our glucose levels drop. We start to lose weight and belly fat as it's used up for fuel. We see insulin and IGF-1 levels drop, reducing risk of diabetes, and we see many deep cellular repair processes begin as the body begins removing waste material from our cells. We also see beneficial changes to several genes and molecules related to longevity and immunity to disease, as fasting actually produces new stem cells into the body. This process also reduces oxidative stress and inflammation as well. Fasting is also very beneficial for heart health, as it improves blood pressure, cholesterol, blood triglycerides, and blood sugar levels. Doing this also improves brain function, which reduces anxiety as a result. Not surprisingly, exercise is the only other thing we know of which shows the same positive effects on brain health as fasting. Whenever you end a fast, it's important to do it very carefully. If you come off of your fast and go straight into eating how you used to, you may find your belly becoming quite bloated. This is actually normal if you intake food too quickly or eat food that your newly cleansed body doesn't actually like. If you instead start with teas, soups, and smoothies, and then begin shifting to small amounts of raw or plant-based foods, your body will have a much easier time adapting back to eating again. For those who are just starting out with the practice of fasting, you should probably know the different kinds of fasts that there are, because there are quite a few that exist now. Here's a short list of different fasts that you can try. Water fasting, the most basic and essential of all of the fasts. It's just drink nothing but water for the duration of the fast. In this way, you consume 0 calories, 0 nutrients, and 0 carbs, and thus this becomes one of the purest fasts out there. Many people just starting out sometimes include a small 50-calorie soup broth per day, but no higher, as 50 calories are not enough to stop the ketogenic process of your body breaking down fat storage. The next fast that we want to share is juice fasting. This is one of the easiest fasts to get started with from the perspective that you can go days and days without experiencing hunger because you are still supplying your body with tons of energy for your body to use. We could talk all about juice fasting, but if you really want to learn about this one, go and watch Joe Cross's documentaries, Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead 1 and 2. They are absolutely brilliant films about Joe's and others' experiences while juice fasting and how much healing was experienced because of it. Intermittent fasting. This is when you fast for a period of time during the day, and then break the fast for a meal at some point in your day, and then resume fasting. This is essentially the basis of the Ramadan-style fast, but you don't necessarily have to practice fasting only when the sun is up. The idea here is to pick a number of hours that you want to fast for during the day, say 18 hours, and then you have a small window of 6 hours to eat every day. Ideally, you want to reduce this to about a 4-hour window, and then fast for 20 hours every day. This style of fasting works best if you can commit to it for several weeks, which gets your body in the same state as if you did a 3-day water fast. Dry fasting. Now, before we even describe this one, we'd like to express not to try this fast until you have practiced other forms of fasting for a long time, and not to practice without supervision. That said, this is going to blow your mind. There is this myth out there that humans can only survive without water for 3 days and then you'll die. However, the longest record for someone surviving on a dry fast is actually 18 days. It is suggested that this same fast is what was practiced by Jesus, Buddha, Moses, and Krishna in the old scriptures, but nobody knows for sure. Dry fasting is particularly intense because it involves cessation of both food and liquid for the duration of the fast. Some even restrict physical contact with water as well, because under dry fasting conditions, the skin becomes more absorptive to the moisture in the air and what you touch. Normally, toxins are released through the liquid in the body, but since there is very little water in the body at this point, toxins are eliminated by a unique mechanism whereby each cell essentially becomes its own furnace to burn up its own waste by attempting to rebalance the heightened levels of pressure between the inside and the outside of the cells. This method of fasting also releases more living stem cells into the body than regular fasting. A Russian doctor named Dr. Filanov has practiced medical dry fasting with his patients and experienced some tremendous results in healing some very deadly diseases, and has compiled his research into a book called Dry Medical Fasting: Myths and Reality. A translation of the book is available on our website, and we'll provide links below in the author comments. There are also a lot of new fasting systems out there which have been invented recently, such as the Master Fast Cleanse. This is a fast which combines intermittent juice fasting and dry fasting, where you consume dark juices for 6 hours a day, and then dry fast for the remaining 18 hours until the next hydration period. You also consume a small amount of psyllium husk pudding with activated charcoal and bentonite clay, which is essentially a non-nutritional fiber that massages your intestines and peels toxins out of the colon as it moves through. Then, once a week, you dry fast for a longer period, and that longer dry fast duration increases over the course of the fast, which is upwards of 60 to 120 days. Now, again, for those who are just starting fasting, or who are even seasoned vets, we'd like to give you some warnings and advice to keep everybody safe. Firstly, be careful and don't push yourself too hard. If you've never done fasts before, it can be jarring and very difficult to do a fast more than a day or two, but that's a great place to start. The first 3 or 4 days are always the hardest, but once you really get into the flow of it, you might even find that you're not even hungry once the fat burning really begins. Also, fasting becomes easier with every friend or family member you do it with. When you have mutual support from a community around you, it's just easier than if everybody around you is eating and you are not, where it can become easier to fall off the fast before your body has fully reset. Thank you so much for watching, and happy fasting.
Have you ever wondered why maintaining a journal while intermittent fasting could be beneficial for you? Intermittent fasting is a popular health trend where you cycle between periods of eating and fasting. Now combine this with the age-old practice of journaling. You might be thinking, what's the connection? Well, these seemingly unrelated activities can actually work together to boost your fasting experience. Intriguing, isn't it? So let's dive in and explore 7 compelling reasons why you should consider keeping a journal while fasting intermittently. The first reason is all about tracking your progress. Imagine your journal as a personal coach, keeping an eye on your fasting hours, the types of foods you consume during your eating window, and your overall journey. It's like a mirror, reflecting back to you what's working and what needs tweaking. You'll be able to spot trends like how certain foods impact your energy levels, or how different fasting periods affect your mood. By documenting your journey, you can easily identify patterns and adjust your routine for optimal results. Secondly, a journal keeps you accountable. Think of it as your personal commitment contract. By jotting down your fasting goals, you're creating a tangible pledge to yourself. Regularly reviewing these goals reinforces your commitment, making it less likely for you to waver. It's more than just words on paper, it's a reflection of your determination and resolve. This practice significantly enhances your chances of success in your intermittent fasting journey. Remember, a goal without a plan is just a wish. The third reason is emotional release. Embarking on the journey of intermittent fasting isn't just about physical transformation, it's also an emotional journey. There may be days filled with frustration, self-doubt, or even euphoria. Journaling provides a safe haven for all these emotions. It's like having a personal, non-judgmental confidant at your disposal. You can pour out your thoughts, fears, triumphs, and setbacks. By expressing your thoughts and feelings, you can manage stress and stay focused on your goals. The fourth reason is recording insights. When you're riding the waves of intermittent fasting, you'll experience various nuances and shifts in your body and mind. Journaling serves as a tool to capture these fleeting insights. It could be a newfound energy burst, a particular food craving, or even a change in your sleep pattern. By jotting these down, you're creating a treasure trove of personal data. These insights can be invaluable in refining your intermittent fasting strategy. Fifth, a journal can be a powerful source of motivation. Imagine flipping through the pages of your journal and reliving all those small victories you've captured in ink. Remember those challenging moments you've overcome? They're all there, a testament to your resilience. This isn't just a record, it's a personal narrative of strength and perseverance. It's a reminder of your journey, your progress, your growth. And when the road gets tough, it's a beacon of inspiration. Seeing how far you've come can give you the boost you need to keep going. The sixth reason is identifying triggers. A journal can be a powerful tool in revealing patterns and habits that might be sabotaging your intermittent fasting journey. It's like your very own detective, helping you pinpoint the specific triggers that lead to overeating or breaking your fast prematurely. Perhaps it's stress, or a certain time of the day, or even a specific food. With this knowledge in hand, you're in a better position to manage these triggers effectively. Knowledge is power, and understanding your triggers can empower you to manage them effectively. Finally, the seventh reason is self-reflection. Journaling invites you to look within and examine your thoughts, feelings, and actions. It's like holding up a mirror to your inner world, illuminating your habits and behaviors. You begin to see patterns, understand your strengths and weaknesses, and recognize areas for improvement. It's an opportunity for personal growth and increased self-awareness. Through self-reflection, you can gain a deeper understanding of your relationship with food and your body. In conclusion, maintaining a journal while intermittent fasting offers numerous benefits. It's a powerful tool for tracking your progress, holding yourself accountable, and providing an outlet for emotional release. It helps record valuable insights you gain along the way, fuels your motivation, aids in identifying food and hunger triggers, and fosters meaningful self-reflection. So why not give it a try? Start your fasting journal today and discover the positive impact it can have on your journey.